there's any evidence that this is a conspiracy, the money, we'll follow the money, we'll figure it out. But the fact that we now have confirmation that the Secret Service knew there was a man with a gun on a roof and left Trump on stage for many minutes, maybe even
like
more than
30
a half
minutes
hour.
now.
Yes, guys, it is protocol that you take the person, whoever you're protecting, you take that asset off stage. That is normal protocol. And they didn't. That makes my conspiracy wheels go through the roof, because I'm like, guys, this is who had the command, who had tactical command of that operation on that day on site. That right there. I'm like, that.
Well, you're seeing it on. You're seeing people say that on. I mean, like Fox. On. I saw someone on CNN suggesting that, pretty strongly, which is, I mean, I don't know what that means really. That's on cable TV. It's like, oh shit.
I mean,
they're not gonna be able to cover this one up, guys. This one's gonna follow them. Sorry,
wasn't that roof really slanted?
Yeah.
Not terribly. No.
Guys,
are you being sarcastic? I got the thing up. I can't see.
That was Mexican sarcasm right there.
Guys, that roof was less slanted than the roof with the snipers that did take the kill shots.
Yeah, that's so funny. Yeah.
It's like, this is there, guys. The proof is in the cover-up. It always is. This will sound cheesy, but in my prior career, I was a retail fraud investigator. Not a big deal, but the one thing they teach is that it's always in the cover-up. When people are not being transparent, when they're not answering questions directly, that right there screams. It's always indicators.
100%.
Yep.
100%.
Yeah, and now they're saying that there were people in that building, which is
dude, that's we'll get into that right after that. This is the craziest thing.
All right,
group. Take a look at this, folks, because there was just normal activity in the stock. By normal, I mean, you can see on the screen there total volumes traded. If you go back to the 12th, 7/12, the third one down as you look at your screen there, you see that it traded 4.3 million shares. It's not really out of line versus any of the other volumes you might see. Provided, by the way, Buy-ins Net. They provided me with this basically.
We should say this is the DJT ticker. So it's the Donald Trump whatever that.
What is that? True Social? Is that what they're talking about?
What is it? No, it's.
Or is
I think it's Trump companies.
Yeah.
Trump Media and something like
and
technology group.
Rebels Edge. This is their content. I want to give them this is their video, so they get a lot of respect on that. So here we go. Play it again.
Showing me where they thought short squeezes would be and so forth. What's interesting, I thought, Alex, was that just ahead of rally in Pennsylvania, Western Pennsylvania, former President Trump was nearly assassinated. It came pretty darn close to that. We had double the call volume of the previous sessions. So the stock volume, very normal. As you can see, again, you see a whole bunch of 4 million share trades, some 5 million, 6 million, even 9 million. So none of that was extraordinary on Friday last week. But the call action and perhaps the selling of calls might be a bit of a tip-off. We've got to dive deeper, but thus far, we're looking at some pretty interesting statistical evidence that at least somebody was placing a pretty big bet into that Pennsylvania rally. Now, we don't.
What's very weird is they didn't look at the next day on that chart that quadrupled.
Well, I think that might have been after the shooting, Sam.
Okay.
Shooting was on the 13th, I think.
Yeah. Okay, that's super.
Yeah, shooting was over the weekend, so that's the 15th. That's when the markets open on the Monday. Yeah.
And it's crazy to me, this notion that he was in on it. And I know there's some super black-pilled people that were like, oh my God, you're falling for this.
There are a lot of those, yeah.
I'm open-minded to everything. I don't think I have any kind of corner on anything. But this to me is like, for somebody to put that kind of faith into somebody else just nipping your ear and not even hitting anything else. Come on, dude.
Well, a lot of them think that wound is not real. They think it was some kind of like a squib or, like a micro squib. I don't, or like you saw that actress, Amanda Seales, I think it was. He was on some of these dumb HBO shows, saying that she thought it was one of those, those little blood capsules that they use in Hollywood, that he bit down on when he went down. So I mean, yeah, most people are not even saying there's gunfire.
Yeah, but then what about those the firemen? You're gonna fake that? You're gonna fake that?
No. I saw like Top Lobster, our friend, saying that he thinks it's a fake, but he like I often say, he thinks that they killed the civilians because, and I say this a lot, they don't give a shit about civilians.
They don't give a shit, dude. They don't care.
The thing is that when you go down, because I'm a total conspiracy theorist and I question everything, but I think that some people go so far down the rabbit hole that they forget that like real life happens in real life, and not everything is conspiracy. And for this, I'm certain that this was not staged. Like, granted, I wasn't there. I'm Jimmy, the YouTuber, but I'm like, my perception of this is like, no way. They tried to kill him and it almost happened. And by whether it's a miracle or just freak coincidence or whatever it is, it didn't work out. But this one, I'm like, nah, this isn't staged. I don't think so. Not for a second.
And we have a history of people trying to take out presidents. Yeah. There's a history of that. And there's a history of this particular, I mean, let's face it, Democratic Party as it is, doing everything and anything to destroy the other side's chances of winning, which, you can get into like what is real, a uniparty, all this stuff, who they support, who they don't support. Do they all support the same thing? Yeah, that is to a point, but something is real in this war between the Democrats and Republicans, even if it's just who controls the purse strings and who controls giving out the contracts, it must be real. And even though listen, the prophet Eddie Bravo says this all the time. If voting isn't real, if voting doesn't matter, why are they working so hard to rig it so blatantly? Is it that they need us to participate in the theater to keep the theater going? I don't know what it is, but he's totally right with the way that they are willing to absolutely destroy the process of voting.
I think that what's happening is that because he'd have so many other cards they could play. I think that we're just witnessing the fact that back in the day, before the whole social media game and the alternative people on YouTube and elsewhere in the podcasts, they could just control the narrative and feed us two candidates on mainstream TV and be like, these are who you have to choose from. And they could rig it from there. But now things have changed. And tying back into what they tried to do to Trump, now we have everyone under the sun researching this, whether it's following the money, whether it's asking questions about the slope on the roof, whether it's asking questions about who had tactical command, whether there was a stand down. I think that they have gotten ahead of themselves. Times have changed, and now they're trying to adapt. And I think we're just looking at real life. I think that, they wouldn't go to this whole charade. I think that our votes do matter, and they've had ways of manipulating votes in the past, whether through mainstream propaganda, voting machines, mail-in ballots, and all that crap. But right now, just like we were saying earlier, it is so obvious that Donald Trump has this sealed, and it makes me wonder. And if you guys want to go down this rabbit hole, maybe they have a curveball coming because now they know Biden can't win. I don't believe for a second Kamala Harris can win. So it's like, to what extent are they going to go to try to steal this thing? Because it seems to me that they are willing to die before the powers that be let Trump get in, because he's going to take them all out once he gets office. That's what I want to believe, is that he'll crack down. There'll be investigations. They'll maybe militarize the situation, because people have committed treason and sedition and God knows whatever else. I don't know.
Sounds familiar. I mean, I'll say it reminds me a lot of the last time he was in office. Yeah.
I think that the powers that be do not want Trump, and they're willing to go at all costs, because I think that the powers that be are so guilty of so many crimes that if he gets in, their life is over. Best case scenario, they spend the rest of their lives in prison, many people, for treason, sedition. And I think that because of that, at this point, they're so all in that they'll stop at nothing to stop him. And that's what I fear, is that I think that they would destroy this country and the economy, whether it's World War III, whether it's a grid down scenario to cause total civil instability and chaos, all to stop a fair election from happening. I am nervous, guys. Like, I think that it's only going to get more crazy from here on out. And if I was Trump, he needs to be like the Pope and surround himself by glass at all times. You know what I'm talking about? Like in a bubble. He needs to stop doing the rallies. Although I respect him for doing it, because my arrogant ass would probably go do it too. But like, they're not stopping me either. But I'm like, he needs to like take profound measures. He should probably just go stay at Mar-a-Lago until the election, you know, honestly. Like, because he already has it in the bag. He's going to win. And his whole base will support it. He doesn't have to go to another rally. Really, like,
You're
him going
totally
to another
right about
rally.
that.
Is him going to another rally going to like persuade a voter? But like, well, I do like what he said at this rally, so I think I will vote for him. No, those days are it's already a line in the sand. People already know what they're going to vote. We can have the vote tomorrow.
Inside, stay inside. Did Kennedy teach you nothing? Inside.
Yeah.
Get in a bunker, dude, and just do Zoom rallies, dude.
And have his sons go out and get this food. Yeah, Zoom rallies, and have his son or whoever go get him food randomly, some grocery store, mix it up. Like, just feed yourself. You know, eat top ramen for the next 4 months if you have to. You just got to make it to November. Like, don't be eating out at restaurants.
I completely agree with you.